Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare has a platinum trophy and I really want to add it to my collection, but there is one slight problem. See, here in Australia, the game is dead, like fully dead. 0 active players. To be fair, the game is 11 years old, so it kinda checks out, but still, around 80% of the trophy list is directly tied to multiplayer. And the fact that we can't get into a single game means that the platinum trophy is technically unobtainable. Well, that would be the case if it weren't for the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark VPN. With Surfshark, we're able to change our virtual location by connecting to over 4,500 servers across 140 locations worldwide. And why that matters in our case is because there are certain countries like the United States where Garden Warfare's servers aren't dead. In fact, they're actually thriving. So by linking Surfshark up to my PS5 and changing my location to Los Angeles, I'm able to connect to the US West servers and actually play the game, something that just isn't possible here in Australia. And the moment I loaded in, oh my lord, it works. Come on. Look at that, boys. We got people in here. And just like that, the platinum trophy was back on the cards. But Surfshark isn't just useful for gaming. Connecting through their VPN is also one of the safest ways to browse the internet, as it encrypts your online data and helps secure and protect your personal information whenever you're online. And when you pair that with Surfshark's Clean Web feature, which blocks ads, trackers, malwares, and phishing attempts, it's honestly a no-brainer to use, which is something that you can do right now by using my personal link, surfshark.com/BeaufaPlays, which is also down below in the description and the pinned comment. And if you use the code BeaufaPlays at checkout, you'll get an extra 4 months of Surfshark VPN. They also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's zero risk in trying it out. This video and Garden Warfare's Platinum Trophy quite literally wouldn't be possible without Surfshark. So a huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Now that we could actually play the game, we decided to jump into our first match, and it didn't take long before we earned our first trophy. Hey, there it is. Zombie vanquished. As a plant, vanquish a player in competitive mode. Hell yeah, we're in this bloody turret. Now, it's sad to admit, but that kill there was just one of the 2 that I had in that entire game. Now, I could blame it on me being on 200 ping, or that I was versing guys who have been playing this game every day since 2014, but in reality, I was just trash. Bro, I suck. I'm so bad. In our next game, we went with the zombies, where we were able to pick up a few quick trophies straight away. Hey, there we go. I'm lonely. Summon a zombie in gardens and graveyards. Beauty. Yes, sir. Plant vanquished. We're dead, but as a zombie, we vanquished a player, so we take it, we take it. We continued getting used to the game and testing out different characters and their abilities. Doing so, we managed to pick up a trophy for placing our first plant pot, and before long, we ended up reaching rank 5. Hey, getting started. Let's go. I don't know what that is. I'm in the middle of a fucking clusterfuck. Reach player rank 5. All right, cool. Very, very nice. One of the grindiest trophies in Garden Warfare is Going Strong, which requires us to reach rank 50. And considering the fact that we were only rank 5, we had a long way to go. Ranking up means leveling up your plants and zombies by completing character challenges. Things like using abilities, getting vanquishes, or reviving teammates. Nothing too complicated on its own, but to hit rank 50, you need to complete a lot of these challenges across every single character in the game. Thankfully, this is something that's going to happen naturally as we play, especially considering that every character also has their own trophies tied to them. And the first one we decided to focus on was the Engineer Zombie, which has 3 trophies that we need to earn. The first of which we were able to unlock by simply building 3 teleporters in a single match of gardens and graveyards. Yes, there it is, the astral plane. As an engineer, build 3 teleporters in one session. On top of teleporters, engineers can also build zombot turrets, and for building 3 of those in a match, we ended up earning 2 more trophies. Hey, there we go. Zombie defense. As an engineer, build 3 zombot turrets in a session. Hey, and zombie friends. Summon 5 zombies in a session over gardens and graveyards. Beautiful. And after getting 10 kills while using its jackhammer ability, we would get the engineer's 3rd and final trophy. Next up, we had the All-Star Zombie, which only has 1 trophy where we need to get 5 vanquishes in a single session with its sprint tackle ability. Hey, there we go. Offensive line. That's an all-star vanquish 5 players using the sprint tackle in a session. And I just got eaten by a fucking chomper. Great. By this stage, I was a couple hours into the game, and I finally felt like I was getting a hang of things. Now, don't get me wrong, I wasn't top fragging, I wasn't quite there yet, but I started to put together a few decent games. One of which was an absolute defensive masterclass. I'm talking 2012 Tony Allen Lockdown D. As well as playing as the plants, we were able to prevent the zombies from capturing a single objective, which netted us a flawless victory. Hey, we got it. Plant perfect. As the plant achieve a perfect win in gardens and graveyards. Very nice. Oh, we had streak booster. Earn a vanquish streak boast 1 time. Hell yeah. During this stretch, I was using the cactus. As for its specific trophy, we needed 10 corn strike kills with its drone ability. This actually took me quite a few games to get, but at least along the way, I was able to pick up another trophy for growing 5 plant pots in a session. Hey, there we go. Making popcorn. Take that. Been going for that one for a hot minute. For the trophies Garden Tour and TVM Veteran, we need to win 25 matches in both Team Vanquish and Gardens and Graveyards respectively. Now, a problem I have is that I'm kinda allergic to playing the objective. See, in multiplayer games like COD, I'm usually the dude with like 70 kills on Nuketown and 3 seconds on the hardpoint. And look, I'm not too proud of it, but that's just who I am. But I'm gonna have to change my ways, because if I want to win games as the zombies, I need to capture the objectives. Hey, there we go. Garden Weeder. That is for capturing an objective. It's sad it's taking me this long. Because I just don't touch the point, let's be real. Next, we went for one of the rarest trophies in the game, which only 3.8% of players have, that being Split Pea Zombie Soup. For this, we need to vanquish 10 players in a single session using the Pea Gatling. As sad as it is to admit, getting 10 kills in one match is already hard enough, let alone having them all being from one ability. An ability that makes you completely stationary, meaning that 90% of the time, you would have approximately 3 seconds before an enemy foot soldier would send a ZPG at your face. Fuck. Holy shit. So yeah, this one took a while, but after several games and more deaths than I care to admit. Hey, there we go. Split Pea Zombie Soup. Next, we went for the trophy Sun Heals, which requires healing teammates 25 times in a single session using the Sunflower. This one was extremely easy. In fact, we pretty much got it straight away, but that didn't mean that we were done with the Sunflower. See, in Garden Warfare, at the end of each match, players are given accolades called boasts for leading their team in certain feats. And of course, all these boasts have trophies tied to them, 2 of which require getting the most heals and revives. Thankfully, pretty much everyone plays pea shooter, so competing for heals wasn't too difficult. And after a couple of hours, we managed to lock in both trophies. Our next priority was getting those 25 wins for both Gardens and Graveyards and Team Vanquish, which more or less just meant grinding out the game. During this stretch, we naturally picked up a couple extra trophies, like this one for destroying an engineer's teleporter, as well as one for getting the assist master boast for the 5th time. Another plus to grinding out matches was that we were able to slowly rank up characters by completing challenges. But there was also a much faster way to go about this: gambling. Just like every game released around 2014, Garden Warfare has loot boxes. Well, in its case, sticker packs. These let you unlock new characters, abilities, skins, but more importantly, challenge skips. And because we had racked up quite a decent coin tally, I decided to fuel my gambling addiction by ripping a shit ton of packs, which netted us a heap of skips in the process. This meant that I could bypass certain challenges that I wasn't too keen on doing, and after using 10 of them, hey, consume this too. Use 10 skip challenge star community.
What the hell is even that?
And shortly after this, we were finally able to secure our 25th win in Gardens and Graveyards. Hey, Garden Tour, finally. Be on the winning team for 25 matches of Gardens and Graveyards, man. Finally did it. Hell yeah. Thankfully, Team Vanquish was much easier. Not only are the games shorter, but you can also cheese it a bit by switching to the winning team near the end. And with that in mind, it only took a couple hours before we secured our 25th Team Vanquish W. We then decided to shift our attention to Garden Ops, Garden Warfare's PvE mode. It's basically just like modern COD Zombies. You survive 10 waves of enemies, fight a couple bosses, and eventually exfil away with Crazy Dave. Now, there are quite a few trophies tied to this mode, 3 of which requiring us to beat a match on normal, hard, and crazy difficulty. I decided to knock 3 birds with 1 stone and get all 3 trophies by beating the game on crazy, which is where I quickly found out the hard way that this wasn't gonna be so easy. Oh, and I'm out. Okay. Garden Ops is meant to be played with up to 4 players, which makes it way easier, mainly because your teammates can revive you. But obviously, I'm an idiot, so I decided to do it solo. And on my second attempt, things actually were going pretty well. We just need to manage to survive waves 5 and 10, which are the boss rounds. In these, you essentially spin a wheel to see how many bosses you have to fight. And on this particular run, we got lucky and only had to fight 1. The Disco Zombie, and taking him down earned us our first Garden Ops trophy. Unfortunately, on wave 10, we were not so lucky, as we didn't get 1 or 2, but 3 bosses, which collectively folded me like a deck chair. Oh no, 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 no! Now remember how we ripped all those packs? Well, something we were able to get inside those was Garden Ops self-revives, but for some reason, the game just didn't let me use them, so we had no choice but to start again. This time around, I switched things up and went with the Toxic Pea Shooter, which to my surprise came in clutch, as we were able to clear all 10 waves and beat the final boss round, meaning that all that was left was the exfil. No! Let me self-res. Let me self-res. Self-res. Self-res, come on. Yes! Come on! Come on! Come on, please, 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 please. That's got to count. Give it to me. Yes, Garden normal. Okay. Complete Garden Ops in normal. Hardcore. Let's go. Doing it in hard difficulty. And crazy. Yes, sir. Come on. Garden crazy solo. Second attempt, by the way. Let's go. Come on. That's huge. That's huge. We were still far from done with Garden Ops, mainly because of one particular trophy, Super Boss, where we have to defeat a Super Boss wave, which only happens when the boss wheel spins you 3 of the exact same boss, meaning that once again, our fortunes are left up to the RNG gods. To make things easier, I dropped the difficulty down to easy and started smashing out Garden Ops matches. I didn't really have an idea on how long this was going to take, but it took quite some time. So long that we actually picked up a heap of miscellaneous trophies along the way. But after probably 4 hours of grinding, still no Super Boss. And honestly, I was getting a little bit worried. But just like all problems in life, the answers I was looking for came from a 10-year-old forum post, where I discovered that apparently your best chances of getting a Super Boss wave is by playing in a multiplayer lobby on a higher difficulty. So once again, I loaded the VPN back up, connected to a 4-player Garden Ops match, and in our very first game... Oh, please, 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 please. Please. Oh, yes! Come on. Come on. Super wave, we better not bloody choke it. Yes, sir. Let's go. Super Boss. Defeat a Super Boss wave in Garden Ops mode. We actually had to jump into multiplayer to do it because it was not popping in single player, but we got it. Let's go. With Garden Ops officially completed, we only had 10 trophies left before the platinum. 2 of these were going to be a massive grind. As for Hunting Season and Weed Whacker, we need to vanquish 100 of each character in the game. The only problem is that there is no way to track your progress on these. And after about 30 hours of gameplay, I wanted to say that I was about halfway there. On top of that, in online matches, about 90% of the lobby is playing as either pea shooters or foot soldiers. So getting the 100 necessary kills on all the other characters was going to take forever. But I had an idea. boosting. Because the Australian servers are completely dead, I was able to get 2 of my mates to jump into a match with me and just farm kills back and forth. Doing so also allowed me to clean up a bunch of miscellaneous character trophies that I had yet to earn. This also included 2 of the final boast trophies, which honestly is kind of embarrassing because despite the fact that I played over 30 hours of this game, I never, not once, finished a match with the most kills. Yeah, I'm washed. After about 2 more hours of boosting, we finally hit 100 kills on every single character and picked up the last 2 grindy trophies. This meant that we only had 1 obstacle left in our way, going strong for reaching rank 50. We were actually really close to getting this one as we managed to get all the way to rank 41 by ourselves. But getting those final 9 levels was gonna be quite a grind, as most characters now required at least 10 star challenges to level up. So instead of grinding the game for probably another 10 to 15 hours, I took the cheap way out, ripping packs. This actually wasn't cheap at all. I had to drop $30 on a 10-year-old game. Not proud of it, but I'll tell you what, the degenerate gambler inside of me loved every moment of it. But anyway, after packing a heap of challenge skips, all we had to do was use them. Bang, Zom Boss Recruit. Reach level 5 with every zombie class. And this should be it. This should be it. There it is, going strong. Reach rank 50. And Fun Dead Legionnaire. That is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare's Platinum Trophy. Man, what a game. What a game. Despite the game being over a decade old and having literally 0 active players in my continent, we somehow managed to get it done, meaning that that's another Plants vs. Zombies Platinum in the books. Now, if you want me to Platinum Garden Warfare 2, or honestly any other game, let me know down in the comments. Please, I'm running out of ideas. And once again, a huge shout out to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring today's video. Like I mentioned earlier, without their service, this video genuinely wouldn't be possible. So do yourself a favor and check them out via the link in the description or pinned comment below. And don't forget to use code BeaufaPlays to get an extra 4 months of Surfshark VPN. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and as always guys, take care.